In the years post-COVID-19 pandemic, mobility is one of the sectors that recovered faster than many other sectors. But is the recovery good enough? Also, what is the future of mobility? To talk all that and much more, today we are joined by Maya Bendror. She is Manager Automotive and New Mobility, World Economic Forum. Good morning to you, Maya. First of all, throw some light on the recovery of mobility post-COVID.
Definitely, the automotive and new mobility sector have been at the forefront of the crises that we've seen over the past 3 years or so, and we're still undergoing. I think that it is quite clear that the movement of people and the movement of things are essential, not just for economic growth, but also to social connection. And this is something that we've all felt when so much of that system had to be put to a halt, from cities to ferries in the oceans to flights being cancelled, emptied. And obviously this has abrupted the industry, but nevertheless, CEOs of these big companies have still stood behind bold commitments to transition into sustainability, because we've also recognized that the next crisis would likely be climate, if not even already at our doorsteps. And for us to be able to address that, we need to clean our mobility system. And we're very excited to see that not only CEOs are committing to low carbon fuels in the aviation industry, for example, and to zero emission vehicles in the automotive industry, but also that they're collaborating with governments, particularly in the context of cities. That has been quite inspiring to me.
So Maya, you are in Europe and a lot of things are happening there around mobility. What is the future looks like? Is it more a service? What do you think about automated technology in mobility?
I guess that the future of mobility is as such that we use it as a service rather than a product. And more companies are investing in software. Now that comes with a price. The more sophisticated our mobility systems become, the more dependent it is also on essential products like semiconductors that are competing with other products and services out there. So obviously this does not help shortages, but it is quite interesting to see that we're viewing mobility as a demand-driven rather than as a supply-driven. And as we shift to information era, that would be shared deliveries or shared mobility options, software run and maximized and optimized, but then also zero emission, because it is easier also to operate a connected and autonomous vehicle if it is electric. So the future for me is shared, connected, electric or fuel cell, whatever that would be, zero tailpipe emissions, and eventually automated as well, where it's possible to also enhance safety on the streets and remove the biggest error in transportation system, which is typically the human driver.
Well, thank you, Maya, for joining us this morning and giving us perspective on future of mobility. WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.